Assalamu alaikum. Today we are discussing the kinetics of enzyme catalysis, a topic of surface chemistry. This kinetics was studied by Michaelis and Mentor. Michaelis and Mentor. It is based on 4 assumptions. The first assumption is that enzyme reacts with substrate to produce enzyme substrate complex. Now this enzyme substrate complex may change back to give the enzyme and substrate, or it may dissociate to give products. The first postulate is that enzyme and substrate combine with one another to produce enzyme substrate complex. Second point is that the enzyme substrate complex may either dissociate back to give the enzyme and the substrate, or it may change into products. The third assumption is that the enzyme substrate complex is in dynamic equilibrium with enzyme and substrate. And the fourth step is that steady state principle must be used to find out the concentration of enzyme substrate complex. The first assumption is that enzyme and substrate combine to produce enzyme substrate complex. The second point is that enzyme substrate complex may dissociate back into enzyme and substrate, or it may change into products. Third point, the enzyme substrate complex is in dynamic equilibrium with enzyme and substrate. And fourth, the concentration of enzyme substrate complex is determined by steady state approximation or steady state principle. Steady state approximation or steady state principle. The steady state principle states that the rate of formation of an unstable intermediate which is short-lived is equal to its rate of disappearance. Steady state approximation states that the rate of formation of a short-lived unstable intermediate in a chemical reaction is equal to its rate of disappearance, and the rate at which the intermediate is formed will be equal to the rate at which the intermediate disappears. Now we use these assumptions and the equation to derive kinetic equation for enzyme catalysis. Let us start the derivation. The enzyme catalysis follow the sequence: enzyme and substrate combine to produce intermediate ES, which may change back to E and S, or it may change to products. The velocity of reaction V, or the rate of formation of product P, it depends upon the concentration of unstable intermediate and the constant rate constant K3. dP, velocity of reaction V, is equal to rate of formation of product. dP over dt is the rate of formation of product in a given time interval, is equal to K3 into concentration of ES. Equation number 1. It is the velocity of reaction. Now, the rate of the concentration of ES at any time interval is equal to the product of concentration of substrate present at that time interval and the concentration of enzyme which is present at that time interval. Now, the rate of formation of intermediate complex ES can be written as d ES over dt, rate of formation of ES with time, is equal to K1. Now, the concentration of enzyme left at any time will be given by the initial concentration of enzyme minus the concentration of enzyme which has changed into the product and the concentration of substrate. Now, E minus ES is the concentration of enzyme present at time t and S is the concentration of enzyme present at that time interval. It is equation number 2. We know that according to this sequence, the enzyme ES is disappearing in 2 steps. Either it changes into product, the specific rate constant is K3, or it changes back to E and S and the specific rate constant is K2. So, the rate of disappearance of enzyme of intermediate complex, rate of disappearance of ES is given by d ES over dt is equal to K2 ES plus K3 into ES. ES is disappearing, is changing into E plus S through the rate constant K2, or it is changing into product through the rate constant K3. In both the cases, the rate of disappearance will depend upon will be equal to K2 into concentration of ES or K3 into concentration of ES. Equation number 3. Now, according to steady state approximation, we had already stated, according to steady state approximation, the rate of formation of ES, which is unstable intermediate, must be equal to its rate of disappearance. The rate of formation of unstable intermediate ES must be equal to rate of disappearance of ES. Putting the values of rate of formation from equation 2 and rate of disappearance from equation 3, we get rate of formation is K1 concentration of E minus ES into concentration of S is equal to K2. We can rearrange equation 3 to the form K2 dAs over dt is equal to K2 plus K3 into ES. Equation 3 dash. K2 plus K3, ES is taken common and we get K2 plus K3 into ES. So, the rate of disappearance of ES is equal to K2 plus K3 into concentration of ES. Now, we rearrange this equation. We take the constants to one side and we take the concentrations to the other side. Now we start with equation number 4. Let us consider it is equation 4. Rearranging this equation 4, for concentration of intermediate ES, we can write it in the form, we take this K1 to the other side and we bring ES onto left hand side, so we get concentration of E minus ES concentration into S concentration divided by ES concentration is equal to K2 plus K3 divided by K1. Now the constant K2 plus K3 divided by K1 can be replaced by a single constant which is denoted by Km. We can replace all the constants by a single constant. We get E minus ES into S concentration divided by ES concentration is equal to Km. Equation number 6. This constant is called Michaelis-Menten constant, and it is characteristic of the enzyme which is used during the process. Characteristic for an enzyme. Now we rearrange equation number 6 to get the value of ES. So we open the brackets and we get concentration of E into concentration of S minus concentration of ES into concentration of S divided by concentration of ES is equal to Km. We write the denominator beneath both the terms so that we rearrange this equation and we get concentration of enzyme into concentration of substrate divided by ES concentration minus ES concentration into S concentration divided by ES minus concentration of complex into concentration of substrate divided by concentration of complex is equal to Km. They will cancel out and we get concentration of E enzyme into concentration of substrate divided by concentration of ES minus concentration of S is equal to Km. We bring this S onto the other side of the equation and we get concentration of enzyme into concentration of substrate divided by concentration of complex is equal to Km plus S concentration. Interchanging the positions, we get concentration of E into concentration of S divided by Km plus concentration of S is equal to concentration of ES, enzyme intermediate complex, equation number 7. Now we have obtained an equation for the concentration of intermediate complex by using steady state approximation. Now we put the value of this ES into equation 1 to get the velocity of the reaction. Velocity of this reaction or rate of this reaction can be obtained by putting the concentration of enzyme substrate complex into equation 1, putting the value of ES from equation 7 into equation 1, putting the value of enzyme substrate complex from equation 7 into equation 1, we get the velocity of reaction V, or we get the rate of formation of product in given time interval. So we get K3 into concentration of E into concentration of S divided by Km plus S concentration. Equation number 8. Now we have the equation for the velocity of enzyme catalysis. V is equal to dP by dt K3E into S divided by Km plus S. Now if we have a case in which the concentration of substrate is very much larger than the concentration of enzyme, that is, if enzyme is present in small amount and substrate is present in very large amount, then all the enzyme will be present in the form of ES, will be present as ES, and the velocity of the reaction will be maximum. Velocity will be maximum, and we can write the maximum velocity V max is equal to K3 into E. Equation number 9. No, K3 into E is equal to V max. Therefore, we can put the value of K3 into E is equal to V max. We put this value into equation 8, and we get velocity of reaction, velocity of enzyme catalyzed reaction is equal to dP or dt, and we write V max into concentration of S divided by Km plus S. We have the equation which is called, this equation is known as Michaelis-Menten equation for enzyme catalysis. It is kinetic equation for enzyme catalysis, and as this equation was derived by Michaelis and Menten, therefore it is called Michaelis-Menten equation. Now we want to convert equation 10 into equation of straight line. Converting this equation into equation of straight line, we have equation 10, which is V is equal to dP or dt, or V is equal to V max into concentration of substrate divided by Km plus concentration of substrate. To rearrange this equation into equation of straight line, we invert the equation. Inverting the equation, and we get 1 by V is equal to Km plus S divided by V max into S concentration. Or separating the terms, we have Km by V max into concentration of S plus S divided by V max into concentration of S. S and S will cancel out, and we get 1 over V is equal to Km by V max into 1 over S plus 1 over V max. Equation number 11. Now this equation is a type of equation of straight line. A straight line equation, and it is similar to the general equation y is equal to mx plus c, where y is variable, x is variable, m and c are constants. We have a general rule for equations of straight line, that if we take y along ordinate and x along abscissa, we will get a straight line whose intercept will be equal to constant c and whose slope will be equal to m. Now in this case we have the variables 1 by V, the velocity of enzyme catalysis, 1 over S concentration, the concentration of substrate. As the concentration of substrate changes, the velocity of the reaction also change. So the velocity of enzyme catalysis depends upon the concentration of substrate. Km over Vmax is a constant and 1 over Vmax is also a constant. So it is Y mx plus c. So if we find out the velocity of reaction at a number of different substrate concentrations and we plot a graph, if we plot a graph between 1 over V along y-axis and 1 over S concentration along x-axis, we will get a straight line with a positive slope. We get a straight line with positive slope. Now, the intercept of the line, it is the intercept. The intercept will be equal to 1 over Vmax. 1 over Vmax will be the intercept of the line, and the slope of line, which is equal to tangent theta. Here we can take theta, or here we can also take theta. Now the slope of the curve is given by tangent theta, and this slope will be equal to Km over Vmax. So we can get Vmax, the value of Vmax can be obtained from the intercept, and the value of constant Km, it can be obtained from the slope. Allah Hafiz.